what the circumstances may be. No, God is always there for me. Yeah, through the sunshine or through the rain, through the pleasure or through the pain, God is always there for me. So I met this old man. He was so poor, didn't hold no bed, so we slept on the floor. He's always smiling, never heard him complain. He said I've proven God again and again. So no matter what the circumstances may be, God is always there for me. Yeah. Through the sunshine or through the rain, through the pleasure or through the pain, God is always there for me. No matter what the circumstances may be, yeah, God is always there for me. Yeah. Through the good times or through the bad, through the happy times or through the sad, God is always there for me. The landlord wears the rent, school fee too, partner drop bombs, and the youth them need you. Friends all ask me what I'm gonna do. I smile and tell them that God will see me through. So no matter what the circumstances may be, yeah, God is always there for me.
Yes, good afternoon. Welcome to Rebel Radio, to all my listeners and viewers. Yes, today is Wednesday, and you know, one of the topics in Jamaica, police killings. Yes, we at Rebel Radio and all right-thinking Jamaicans are in support of the police taking action to reduce crime. Last year, we know that for the first time in decades, murders went down. But police killings shot up 315. The killings continue. And Sunday there was a killing of a woman in Montego Bay, Latoya Bulging. Yes. Very controversial shootings. Well, I have with me two members of the diaspora for us to talk about what they observe and what they think should be done. We have journalist Norris MacDonald and Valentine Williams, who have some knowledge about these incidents. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon, good afternoon.
Yes.
Good afternoon, Norris.
Yeah.
I respect Valentine.
Well, you have been watching and hearing this situation in Jamaica, and I'm sure that you're aware. What are your views on it so far? Norris, you want to take?
Norris, go ahead.
Well, okay, yeah, let me go first. First of all, I have to say this, that you cannot talk that you are building a society based on democracy unless you're building human rights and justice in the society, right? So the issue of the moral principle of justice must be important. It can't be separated at all. It means accountability of government. It means accountability of all institutions of government, the police force, the army, and everything. Now, yes, we know there's a lot of side where people may be concerned about the safety, public safety from crime, but we don't want a police force which become judge, jury, and executioner. And not only that, we don't want one which seems to be just perpetuating viciousness, violence against the civilian without any sense of accountability. So that's just my initial take on the whole issue, right?
Yes. Valentine, what are your thoughts?
Well, I have seen the force deteriorated over the years. Over the last 40 years, I should say. But I should make it clear that I was a former member. I am a former member of the Jamaica Constabulary. And I also felt their viciousness too. And this, what's going on here, I don't understand. I hear the Prime Minister and the Minister of Defense or whatever, National Security, Mr. Chang, putting out as what the Muslims say, a fatwa or something on the Jamaican people by using the forces to do their dirt. And that should stop.
Are you there, Willie?
Right?
Yeah.
That should stop.
When you said using their forces to do their dirty work, what do you mean by that?
Going after political opponent and even their own when control, they use force to get rid of them. And a lot of people know that too. It's no secret.
But in these cases, where is the evidence to support that they are killing the police are killing the political opponents of the JLP?
Desmond, could I come in there?
Yes.
Remember, we have had situation, it may not be direct whether the police are not, but there are situations where the journalists have been targeted, which are opponents of the government, but get summarily executed. And the question is, those are like unsolved crimes, right? So it may be a matter of speculation per se, and I'm not wanting to say it's speculation, but the point is this: when it matters, especially regarding people who are opposed to government as journalists and so on, you know, it's a concerted effort to solve that crime in terms of, say, well, who killed that person? You know, so it's open for it.
No, Norris, you have to remind me of an incident where a journalist who was opposed to the government was killed by the police. I don't know of that.
It wasn't a member of the Gleaner. I think it was a Gleaner, a journalist of the Gleaner was taken out. When was that again?
Who?
I think there was an incident in which a journalist was taken out suddenly.
I can't.
All right, let me.
I can't recall that.
Double check something.
Well, it's not one journalist, other political figures have been taken out.
Yes, but I am talking. I don't know about that, right? But the recent spate of police killings, I don't know of any journalists or political opponents of the government who are victims or among the 311 last year and among the 130 so far this year. I don't know.
But
Okay. What was the circumstance of Barbara Gale murder? Was that clear?
No, Barbara Gale was murdered by a gardener in the community there. It's before the court now.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So what I'm saying is that last year we had 311. Now there is an issue here that several groups have been calling out for the police to be to wear body cams. One of the information so far, among the information, is that over 50% of the killing so far has been done by police during planned operations. So these are operations that are planned, and groups, including Rebel Radio and individuals, have been asking why the police are not wearing body cams on these operations. Security Minister has made a statement which is not in support of that. So far we have not seen any evidence from the government or the police commissioner that men going on planned operations will wear body cams. I saw one report from the superintendent in charge of St. Elizabeth where he's saying that body cams have been issued to members of the force in St. Elizabeth who are doing work in the commercial districts. I haven't heard any announcement that police going on planned operations will be equipped with body cams. Now, do you think the police should wear body cams on planned operations, Williams?
in some instances. But if you go, say you go on a raid, I have a body camera. Gunmen shot at you from in the bushes. You can't see anything. The camera not going to pick them up shooting at you, you know. They're going to hear shot.
Yes.
And when you return fire and stuff, fire is going to come from all different directions. So it's complicated.
Yes, but at least the camera.
In a sense, especially in the night, especially at night.
But the camera.
In the daytime, it's different.
The camera.
But at night,
the camera will show that. The camera will show that the police were returning fire.
Yes.
Yes. What we are saying, you know, and you know this as an.
But that will be a one side. That will be a one-sided thing.
Yes, but one thing that we want to, police wearing body cameras will assist the police, you know, because you know over the years.
It will.
Yes.
It will implicate them, and it will not implicate them too.
Yes.
So it will work on both sides. It will help both sides.
It will make their story credible, because we know that some of these reports that challenge the police version of shootings are not true, you know. We know that.
I know that.
So we want the police to be credible. When the police said there was a shootout, we want the police force to be credible, that the police can present the evidence that they have to show that they came under fire and they returned the fire and John Brown was killed. That is what we want.
Yes, we don't need a gun that have no firing pin either.
Mm-hmm.
You already not fire.
Yeah.
All that have to take into consideration too.
Yes.
And although sometimes you have gun that fired, that when you go to test it, the ballistic expert say it was fired. Mm. But only that they can say it was fired, but they do not know when or where.
Mm.
So there's a lot of stuff there too.
Yes.
But
Yes, go ahead.
What I really would like to see happen within the force, it needs to be weed out. It is in a bad state. It is in a bad state. The recruitment is not good. Those who are doing recruiting are not good. You have people from all over the island, all different type of area. Some of them don't even take the right place that they are from. They have a friend live there, so on. They give that address and say, well, if so and so and so and so, you know.
Can I have a quick point here? I definitely agree on the need for the body camera. It can be examined in terms of say what it's going to be put in place if they're going to certain type of operation and so on. What type you would need or infrared cameras, all type of cameras and so on, right? But as that man say, it can help also to clear up some of the shootings and so on, right? So from that aspect of it, the technical aspect of it, I support the camera. There's a next side which needs to be looked at now in terms of the root cause, community policing, right? We need to move away from the situation where the population is under total siege, right? I remember when I was growing up, we had police like Bevan Simpson. When he come into the community and said, "Tony, report to the police station. Tony, go down to the police," because that's community policing. And you never had no shooting at that time. When a gunman shoot at the police, or police killing a lot of people and so on. So I have seen community policing work. It's very effective and so on. Valentine growing up would also be aware of that. So we need to be tackled from two sides. Putting in the principle in the question of social justice by say broadening how you deal with issue of police in our society, where the police is not a siege mentality, right? You know, and that's a key point I think should be addressed.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So you are in support of the police wearing body cams. So far, have you there's a recent shooting in Montego Bay and Wednesday where a woman was killed. Have you seen any report? Any reaction from the members of diaspora about that?
Well, that is in the news, you know. It has been in the garden. That's a very, very, very big thing. And historically, the have been reporting on police killings over the years, and it has gotten worse. So, in other words, the country's name is being tarnished. If you look at it from that point, also because of the brutality which is taking place. So it's not a secret thing where it can be hidden under the rug. Everybody in the room been reported in the foreign press, you know, and Amnesty has been monitoring it. I mean, from years I've seen reports of the type of behavior which has been happening, the bad behavior of the police force, you know. So the minister, I am surprised that we have a minister who is not trying to get the police force modernized, you know. Literally like here saying that they're going to be covering up the sort of bad behavior and so on, you know. And the other, to a quick point, you can have a situation, and I'm going straight to the head of the stream. You can have a situation where you have a report of corruption and lawlessness, but government don't want to come out at all. So crime, you see, there's a saying that if the head of the stream dirty, and no disrespect, it's going to flow all the way down. So we want crime to be addressed in all sense, where you can have impunity towards criminal at the top, in sense of form, and at the same time you're slaughtering out kids on the street. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, well, with that shooting there, I've seen a clip, and there's a similarity with the Minnesota one there with that lady.
Yes.
Yeah, so I don't know. You see, the state of mind of the officer. I don't know his state of mind, and that have to take in consideration. If he thought the woman was using the vehicle as a weapon to go at him. I don't know. It is stated that he intended to seize the vehicle, and she don't want the vehicle to be seized, so they say she was trying to make a getaway. But the little movement I see with the vehicle, I don't see it that way. I don't really see it that way. It's too short. It's too short. But I don't know the state of her mind nor the police mind. I don't know his state. What he felt at the time. Why he have to discharge his weapon. You know.
A quick comment. You're talking the Minnesota thing, right?
No, I'm not talking Jamaican one here.
Oh, you mean the Granville one with
Yes.
Oh, that's why.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know the state of man of either the deceased or the police. I don't know the state. But they said they was about to seize her vehicle, and she said she wanted it to be seized, so she was able to make a move. So I don't know. Investigators then will have to dig deep.
Yes.
Because I know the police are going to call for self-defense.
Yes.
I know that.
Yes.
That is what he was saying. She was about to run him down. And that vehicle is become an offensive weapon.
Yes.
It's ironic, isn't it? It's the same argument the ICE police using in Minnesota killing. It's literally the same. Killing somebody at a protest and they say that the vehicle was a weapon.
It can be used. You can use a pencil or a pen as an offensive weapon because it can do a lot of damage. It can kill if you use it the right way. So anything you can, and it depends on the mind of the other person, the person who feels that he is going to be hurt.
Yes.
But with the police, really, there's something about the police. Some of these policemen here, especially these younger guys, them I've seen 2 weeks ago where they got two of their colleagues. It was all over the internet here too. Somewhere on the boulevard or somewhere they try to stop them and thing, and they go and turn on them and beat them up bad. You know, I know they can get off course. They get off course with me 46 years ago. They get off course with me.
Yes.
So it can happen.
I remember your case, you and Shaw in St. Elizabeth.
And Vernie.
Yeah, and Vernie.
Me and Vernie, not Shaw. Shaw wasn't at that part. Me and Vernie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Vernie was a flex.
Me and Vernie.
We don't know you have Vernie was a flex.
Huh?
I didn't know you have Vernie was a flex. Yeah.
What?
No.
You know.
I was talking about your incident which you mentioned, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It was me and Vernie at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the training, what has been done is, which is the question of how police are being trained. I think it was mentioned. You know, they really need to go through serious de-escalation. They need to go through serious background screening and check to see who really gonna get employed in the police force, which includes psychological tests too. Then you have to put a profile in, you know, where if they can't pass certain psychological tests, they are weeded out. Right? So those are serious institutional changes that must be implemented to improve the quality of the force, the quality of policemen who are going there. So I think it's going to need different multifaceted approach to solve the problem, right? But meanwhile, they mostly were, they literally call a halt now. A line must be drawn in the sand of the government, saying, listen, call in the leadership of the police force and let them lead. You can have a lawless police force operating out there, turned on the civilian and the society.
Yes.
You see, when I was in service, I don't know if they still have it. Usually I have a 2-year probational training. When you left the training school and you go out to the division, 2 years, a training officer there to test you. He's the one who's supposed to make recommendation if you can go beyond that 2 years.
Oh.
And I see where they lapse there, because some of those guys that they are letting out there, they should not be on the street. So the training at the station, right there, the training officer there fail a lot, and that is one of the things I think the commissioner should emphasize and work on that. The training officer there. Right? And when I left training school, I went to Denham Town in the belly of the beast when Rima 13 and all those things was going on there. And I had a good training officer. So this is what a lot of them need. From they drop there in their division, they're on their own, physically on their own. They just do whatever they want to do. You see them out there with their supervisor, sergeant, and constable that tell the sergeant, this dog go, this dog go. They're out of control. Some of them really out of control.
Yes. And so you think that they need to strengthen that part of the force?
Yes. Yes. You have 2 years to evaluate them. Do it.
Yes.
Evaluate them the proper way.
So,
but you will see signs. You will see signs. When I was at Denham Town, men did not. 2 years, they're gone. And Denham Town was a place like a lot of stuff happened there.
Yeah.
Regarding training, the police training school, like my brother was in the force also, was a police detective inspector.
CRO, somewhere down there.
And he used to teach at the training school. That was about Port Railway, I think. Yeah. And just as you are saying, Valentine, at that time, the whole quality of, there was more management of the police force in that time also, in terms of the training component, right through what I sergeant, corporal, all the way up and so on, and detectives and so on. So you had more professionalism being built in. We're not saying that bad things happening, but it's not widespread and systematic as it is now. We have to call a spade a spade. I think management has broken down in the police force also.
That's what I'm getting at. I'm getting at.
Yes, the whole management system break down. So the lawlessness is just not only on the street. It is from the top of the stream, whether it's from the ministerial level all the way through to the police officers score right down. You have institutional corruption, institutional breakdown of law and order in the society.
Yeah.
And that's, it has to be addressed. It has to be addressed from that level.
Okay.
Yes. Right. The rot, like you get sulfur to purge out the system. Yes. You need some turpentine for purge out the police force, the officer corps.
Okay.
Or sulfur bitters.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, I want to thank you very much for your time, and as you know, it is an issue here in Jamaica. We continue to press forward for some changes, and we will see what changes we made in the coming weeks and months. Thanks very much, Valentine Williams, and Norris McDonald. Have a good evening. Thank you.
Well, too, sir. All right.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Okay. Yes. That was Valentine Williams and Norris McDonald from Diaspora. And we're talking about police killings. Let us take a break.
Everybody sale at New Budget Supplies. Do-it-yourself professionals and contractors. This is the sale for you. Lumber, steel, dress and form ply, water tanks, pumps, PVC pipes and fittings, toilets, bathtubs, vanities and basins, windows, paint, doors, floor and wall tiles, thin sets and grout. Up to 20% off selected items. 195 Hagleyburg Road. Telephone 923-4560. New Budget Supplies. Always the best prices.
Tools, Hardware and Supplies is turning up the heat this summer with their super saving summer sale. Prices are slashed on everything you need to fix up your home. Beautiful tiles, sleek doors, top quality windows, modern sanitary ware, exclusive flooring and more. At Tools, Hardware and Supplies, we have you covered for the summer.
So come visit us at 279 Spanish Town Road, 4 South Camp Road, 8 Red Hills Road,
or online at toolsja.com.
Tools!
The Lion King of Hardware.
What a going, people. Mr. B here for the Yard Media Jamaica Mix podcast, and today we want to talk about this Granville tragedy and when the state becomes the deadliest force. Now, the video footage emerging out of Granville, St. James, that showed a policeman pulling his service weapon and opening fire on a motor vehicle is, it was probably the most graphic representation of some of the things that I've been talking about, writing about, commenting about for the better part of the last 2 years. Now, and that commentary, a lot of people read it as being anti-police and so on. But, and that is up. That depends there. Because there can be nothing more further from the truth. Essentially, my concern has always been about the Jamaica Constabulary Force's growing recklessness and its increasing dependence on deadly force as its preferred crime-fighting mechanism. And so when Jamaicans saw that, I can't show the video because it's just too graphic. It blew me away. I could not believe that, something like that could have happened. Granted, I knew it was happening, but seeing it is a whole different picture. And so for me, when Jamaicans witnessed that, it wasn't just that they were witnessing a simple shooting. It was a visible manifestation of a policing culture that has essentially drifted away from restraint, de-escalation, arrest, charge, and prosecution to a model where lethal force appears to have now become completely normalized. Now, again, let me make this clear, because the police have basically been given permission from the top of the government to resort to this kind of action. And I maintain long time ago that the Jamaica police have operated with this level of impunity because of that permission, right? The first major signal for all of this came when the Prime Minister made his famous Meteor Maker declaration. It was rhetoric that may have resonated politically with frightened citizens who were exhausted by crime. But that kind of rhetoric simultaneously communicated something dangerous to armed state agents, that uncompromising and deadly responses would not only be tolerated, but publicly applauded. And so that particular atmosphere, again, was reinforced by the leadership posture of the Jamaica Constabulary Force itself, where increasingly aggressive operational language and glorification of hard policing essentially started to overshadow discussions around proportionality, restraint, and constitutional policing. And then, of course, came the utterance from Security Minister Horace Chang in Parliament a couple of weeks ago that officers involved in special operations would not be required to wear body cameras. Now, at that point, as far as I'm concerned, the foundation was now completely cemented. Because a state that refuses transparency while simultaneously empowering lethal force creates the perfect environment for abuse. Body cameras are not anti-police, right? They are accountability tools that protect civilians and professional officers alike. Refusing their implementation in the most dangerous and controversial operations tells the public that independent verification is neither important nor desired. And so, you know, the other side of this is the public's dangerous silence, because the government alone is not responsible by themselves for this environment. The Jamaican public must also confront its own complicity in this entire development. Every time questionable police shootings are dismissed without scrutiny, every time social media erupts in celebration when the bodies of the victims of the police starts piling up, every time organizations like Jamaicans for Justice or commentators like myself who raise concerns are mocked, insulted, or labeled anti-police, what is happening is that you're giving another level of what we call another level of coverage, security, right? You're giving social permission to the police to continue. And so people need to understand that silence, as well as cheering, as well as hostility towards accountability, all of these things matter in this kind of circumstances. All of it matters, because institutions ultimately reflect the moral tolerance of the societies that sustains them. And so there are some numbers that Jamaica just seem to refuse to confront. And these statistics alone should have more than forced national reckoning. Last year, the police took the lives of some 311 Jamaicans, largely Jamaican men. Year to date, another 136 persons have already died at the hands of law enforcement in Jamaica. Right? Now, despite this how staggering those figures are, there appears to be no sustained national outrage, no emergency parliamentary inquiry, no comprehensive reform agenda, and no meaningful policy shift. What is more disturbing is the comparison with criminal homicides. The police have taken the lives of 136 Jamaicans year to date. Year to date, the country has seen some 184 homicides. Out of that 184 homicides, at least 50 of those are domestic homicides. People on people issues of domestic disputes, and rather than resort to some kind of arbitration, they take. That is a problem that needs to be addressed. But let's look at the portion of these homicides attributed to criminal suspects. Just about 130, right? Now, if these figures hold, then the deadliest group of Jamaicans in the country is the organized force operating as the police, the state, not the criminals, right? And that should terrify every single Jamaican, regardless of which side of the political divide you're on, regardless of which political gang you believe in. You need to be frightened by that. And so the question we should ask ourselves is, what happened to de-escalation? Let us use this same Granville instance. Clearly from the video, the police seem to have pulled over this motorist in some sort of a road check, whatever it was. And the person appears to be trying to drive off. People say, oh, she go and run down the police with our vehicle. The reality is that the police have better training. Something like that happens, step out of the way. One would think that's what your training supposed to do. And the vehicle have a license plate. The police boasts the most incredible technology available to police anywhere in the hemisphere. Right? And so you can track down that vehicle and find the person. And then you throw the full book of the law against him. No, the policeman casually steps away, pulls out his firearm, and fires into the vehicle. Now, if that is not intent, you tell me what else is. Because that is not only just intent, it demonstrates impunity. How do you think you go? Hold this. Because guess what? Me can do this and nothing now come out of it. And that is an attitude. That single action is a demonstration of an attitude that has been long formed within the operations of the Jamaica Police Force. And so the question you ask is, where is the emphasis on de-escalation? Because stepping out of the way is de-escalation. Using the mechanisms that they have to track down the vehicle, that's de-escalation. That's tactics as well. Where are the tactical containment protocols? Where are the crisis intervention specialists? Where are the mandatory psychological and conflict management systems? Where is the investment in non-lethal engagement methods? Because clearly the police not believing in that, because you already get a blank check from the government and the commissioner to just get rid of them. Send them to go meet them maker. Eh? Again, even more. So instead, what we say as a consequence of this behavior is, no end to this string, ongoing and growing string of fatal outcomes in the instances of police interacting with members of the public. Even more alarming is the erosion of the fundamental canons of policing itself: arrest, charge, prosecution, and conviction. And so people need to take a look at the prosecution statistics for 2025 and 2026 to date, because that paints a very ugly picture. Essentially, suspects are not ending up before the courts anymore. They are ending up in the morgue, consistent with the Prime Minister's edict of send them to meet the maker. In the 1960s, Buster did tell the police that don't a man take a bait, right? Send them to if Barnett Street can't hold them, Bogue Hill we hold them, right? Bring in the rest of them, dead or alive. Same thing. 60 odd years later, we are in the same place, right? And so people need to appreciate that the police, being the arbiter of, the judge, jury, and executioner, that is not justice. What it says is that due process has completely collapsed in Jamaica. No democracy can safely normalize a system where law enforcement increasingly function as judge, jury, and executioner. And so the long-term consequences of all of this is what people need to be aware of, because the consequences of this trajectory extend far beyond individual shootings. Communities essentially now will stop trust the police. Witnesses stop cooperating, and young men become fearful and hostile towards authority. Citizens begin believing that justice depends not on the courts, but on survival. And eventually, the legitimacy of the state itself begins to erode. None of this is denying that Jamaica has a real crime problem, nor does it deny the dangers faced daily by police officers. But criminal violence remains a serious threat. Many officers perform difficult duties professionally and lawfully, and especially under tremendous pressure. But acknowledging those realities cannot require Jamaicans to surrender their obligation to question abuse, demand transparency, and defend constitutional rights. Because once a society accepts unchecked state violence in the name of security, it eventually discovers that violence never remains confined to criminals alone. Now, the Granville incident, in my opinion, it essentially has to become a sort of a turning point, right? Because the footage shown, that it said to Jamaica that we really need to get into some serious introspection. I say Marlene Malahoford came out and she is appealing to the residents, because that is the constituency she belongs to appealing to them to hold it down, right? And me understand that. And nobody is going to support that people take the law into their own hands. But this is a problem that requires treatment. It requires the country, not just the police, not just the government. It requires the country to take a look, because you cannot see your population as dispensable to the degree that allows the police to operate with the level of impunity demonstrated by that policeman. And I put it to you that this is what has been happening, certainly for the better part of the last 2 years. Any society that allows that kind of behavior to just flow through unchecked, may I tell you now, you're treading dangerous waters, right? And so people need to stop, right? Because one shooting, let me make this clear. This one particular shooting doesn't by itself define the entire constabulary force, but it does provide a marker. Again, may I tell you, I've been talking about this thing, I've been writing, commenting about it, because you see it every day. And so it is right in front of your face now. You have a squad of man on the road who deal with them kind of operation here. And between that squad, how much of them it is? 30, 40 of them, they have taken the lives of some 400 and nearly 50 Jamaicans, which means that between them, each of those guys are walking around with at least 10 bodies lined up beside them name. And when people get away with that kind of activity, behavior, it becomes a habit. What we are seeing here with the way, the callous, casual way that this policeman just taking, and everybody is looking, it's almost as if it's expected. It tells you we're in a dangerous zone, right? So, again, the One Act is not a definition of the constabulary force, but it exposes what happens when political rhetoric, institutional culture, public fear, and social bloodlust combines to create an environment where deadly force becomes easier to justify than restraint. And for me, that is an extraordinarily dangerous place for any democracy to arrive at. It is certainly a very dangerous place that Jamaica has found itself in. Tell me what you think about what me think. Of course, Mother likes you to comment in the comment section. If you like the video, hit the like button. And of course, me will tell you, subscribe to the channel. These are the kind of conversations me have for my channel. I mean, we're not grandstand or nothing. We're not try to tear down nobody, but we have to bring these things to the public attention sooner when the next video drop. Subscribe to the channel, share the video in our little group, and continue the discussion. Till the next video drop, I'm me, Mr. B. Big up on yourself.
This looks like murder. It looks like murder. This is not how you defend yourself. And he was in no imminent danger of being run over by the Voxy. No, you see where he steps out of the way. The pace of the Voxy, yeah, is not at a speed that you could say that he is in imminent danger. Unless there's something else that I'm not seeing. And Budju is now dead as a result of this. You know, the High Command has acted swiftly. They have interdicted him, meaning that he has been removed from frontline duties. Yes? However, that woman's life is gone and gone forever. I don't want to say much more except that this looks bad. It is. It looks like murder.
When me see police then pull up on him, me reach over my yard, my cousin turn to me and say, see police have T-Boaty road there. Me run go back out there. When me go back out there, me say, bro, what happened, bro? What happened? You can't talk to me. The police just step and go suck him, go over there, dirty girl, go suck him. You want me shoot you or you want me shoot him? Which one of them you want me shoot? Mr. Officer, do not kill no now. We just let him go. You know, our party we have come from, we don't do nothing. Please. I beg him, please, no kill him. He must say, if you go over me yard, Me I go turn my back now, because they say if me no go over then go shoot him. So me I walk, me turn me back and say me I go over slowly. As me just step off, not even 1 minute. Me just see them easy him off, because me I look behind me while me I walk off. Me just see them push him off and give him 3 inches. After they give me 3 inches, he take out another gun and bust 5 shots in the ear and 1 in one car glass. The officer. That's what me see out of my 2 eye.
So what did they do with that gun?
What? Me tell us me run.
Okay.
I think I'm going to shoot.
There has been a fatal shooting of the 17-year-old RTNTA student, Tajay Edwards, in the Granville, St. James area. The teenager was reportedly shot and killed by members of the security forces in the early hours of Mother's Day morning while returning from a dance, a party that himself and some other members of his community. Eyewitnesses, it's alleged that eyewitnesses have claimed that Tajay had his hands raised and was pleading not to shoot. Do not shoot me. Beg your officer not shoot me. Before gunfire was erupted and people hear it in the community.
Well, there you have it. That's what has taken place in Granville. Listeners and viewers should be reminded that since the start of the year, 5 killings in Granville, all by the security forces. You remember on New Year's Day, 2 men and a 4-year-old girl were killed. You remember that? Here's Tajay Edwards on Mother's Day. And the killing of Bojo. Yes, on Sunday. Granville, as you may remember, was a bloody community some years ago, but that is something of the past. And so far, the killings that we have seen were all done by the security forces. And under controversial circumstances. Yes. On the New Year's Day, the police said that they were attacked. There was a shootout. During that shootout, 2 men were killed and the baby in her bed. Under controversial circumstances again. You heard that Tajay, who was killed on Mother's Day, was innocent. These killings are tragic, and the authorities must do something to address these killings. Yes. We cannot continue like this. Something must be done. And one of the foremost things that we are calling for, that the police must be equipped with body cams. People are not expecting much from the investigations carried out by Indicom. Yes, the people are not satisfied that Indicom investigation is going to give them justice. This is what the people are saying. Well, let us watch this investigation into Sunday's killing and see what will happen. This is Rebel Radio. Let us go for a break.
Everybody's sale at New Budget Supplies. Do-it-yourself professionals and contractors. This is the sale for you. Lumber, steel, dress and form ply, water tanks, pumps, PVC pipes and fittings, toilets, bathtubs, vanities and basins, windows, paint, doors, floor and wall tiles, thin sets and grout. Up to 20% off selected items. 195 Hagleyburg Road. Telephone 923-4560. New Budget Supplies. Always the best prices.
Tools, hardware, and supplies is turning up the heat this summer with their super saving summer sale. Prices are slashed on everything you need to fix up your home. Beautiful tiles, sleek doors, top quality windows, modern sanitary ware, exclusive flooring, and more. At Tools, hardware, and supplies, we have you covered for the summer.
So come visit us at 279 Spanish Town Road, 4 South Camp Road, 8 Red Hills Road,
or online at toolsja.com.
Tools!
The Lion King of Hardware. All things are possible if you only believe. Sitting at home all alone, wondering what tomorrow may bring. He of little faith, dig deeper within. Healing the sick, he raised the dead, he walked on the sea. He worked miracles if you only believe. Only believe, only believe. All things are possible if you only believe. Only believe, only believe. All things are possible if you only believe. Lord, show me the way to do your will, and I will obey. I wanna be your servant. On my knees I pray. Lord, give me strength to carry on. Please lead the way, because I believe. Yes, I believe. Oh, I believe that all things are possible if you only believe. Only believe. Only believe. All things are possible if you only
Yes, welcome back. Yes, Wednesday. And you know at this time it's time for food security. We have to look at what is happening at the agricultural sector, what we are doing, what effort we are making to feed ourselves. I have with me two farmers, Mr. Leslie McCurdy and Mr. Roden, with me this evening. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Yes. Well, I don't know if you heard this. I must bring this to your attention. That I heard a report on the radio this morning where they the Meteorological Service is reporting that we must prepare for a drought.
Okay.
And this is going to be, they are predicting a long drought this year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I was hearing that the February May going to droughty, and it looks so because we get a lot of rain in March, April, and February.
Yes.
So, in fact, from Melissa, we've been getting rain till 11 April.
Mm-hmm.
And in my era, when me always deliver rain, it's not much. It be a little drizzle in terms of, and it's 2 days now, and now is the 20th.
Yes.
So you have to send in the 20 days of drought we get.
Yes.
So when they were saying that drought, I was laughing.
Mm-hmm.
And I never know that is really reached to this stage.
Right.
Because me is the second, for me in my era, the second rainy month to October.
Yes.
One in the fall and one in the spring. No rain in my part of the world.
All right. What about you, Mr. Roden? You are getting rain?
Yeah, we get rain. The first of May we get rain. I get all through April.
Mm-hmm.
But the first of May we get, I never get none till yesterday evening, until last night.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I we get a little since evening or two. Yeah.
So,
we get good rain last night.
Yeah. Our farmers recovering in your area?
Well, you know, our area, South Carolina, so farming area, in Jam area. You know, the farmer, them are really different from Azotile, from government, and such, you know. Everybody are put them things back together, you know.
Yes.
Also, our area here, so you know. Everybody are try to build back. But all of the young farm, them did mash up, you know.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, that's why you see I'm so expensive. Yeah, but the farmers, our farmers in South Carolina, so they really depend them get up and try to build back, you know. Right now, if you come to South Carolina, you see someone coming like such time, they will blow.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, then since after storm, then build back, man, they might try to build back, you know. Yeah.
But as you said, the yam will continue to be expensive probably until December.
Yeah, probably little before December. I put this about September, August, September. It might ease a little bit. But I know go on to July, August. You know, I will take it now much better.
Yes. Yes.
So I going to talk about whether so we will get drought. So about how long then the drought go before?
Well, according to the weather people, it is expected to last late in the year. Yeah. No, we don't expect any rain in October. They expect it to start in August. And yes, that's what they are saying.
But sometimes you know really to check what themselves still offer. We don't hear so we now get no rain until the whole of this month here. I wish you get a nice shower last night and we get little sense evening at all. So I go up and trust God the answer for. Sometimes they predict good and sometimes my time, you know. We have farmers so Carolina, we have to just do what we have to do.
Right.
Yeah, we have to just do what we have to do.
So the farmers in South Carolina, you said they have gone back into their field and they are they are recovering.
Yes, man. Everybody, man, get up, man, and dust off, man, and I really watch what go on, watch the storm and then guys, you know. Yes, man. I can tell you. If you come and search Chilani right now and she's on ground, man. You wouldn't believe the storm. Yeah, man. When storm blow, man, farmer get up, man. Yeah, build back, you know. Yeah, man.
Mr. Yes, Mr. Roden. Yeah, Mr. McCurdy. Mr. McCurdy, how are things going on in St. Elizabeth?
As you know, our side, we was the first to strike out, as you know, for crop. Some crop is 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks. And we strike out from Melissa. And now we in the 7th month from Melissa. Eh? And we in, every time we go, it's a loss. Not like Mr. Roden, who is a yam farmer who he jump out from Melissa, but he's recouping and he's going well. Because none of his produce have come in as yet.
Right.
Well, I think 4 produce we got come in. Since Melissa. 4 of our crop. And it don't heal anything more and more distress on us. Because, you know, cucumber 6 weeks. And we plant back again 6 weeks. So check up on it. So 4 losses we're going on. Okay. Kelly and I got about 2 acres in the ground trial. 2 acres of scallion. So judge that. 1,000 of weight. Who would stand up in the ground right at this moment. Big time hurried. No one wanted.
The market is not.
Market. I got the sweet pepper big on my head. No one wanted. So they just vanish went up. I just know people ask if I have any. That time I gone through the gate. No. Cucumber same way. I just know people ask for it. So we've been through it very, very rough. So it brings a distress on the people of South St. Elizabeth at the moment. It is very, very rough on us.
Yes.
And no help.
Yes, ma'am.
And no help at all. So we are fighting the fight, but there is no help to bring us in the forefront.
Yes.
So it's going to bring more distress. And it have to. Most of the land now become Guinea grass.
I see your problem. Your problem is marketing.
Marketing. There's no marketing. So once there's no marketing, every farmer has to suffer. And the farmer jump back out again. No marketing again. And that is it. And nobody come and give a bag of fertilizer because fertilizer is going to certain people. We don't farm because of certain element and certain football that play. So that is. So I personally as a farmer, I have to fight the fight my own self. I know, but I watch it here because that is my liberty. And I have lose thousands of dollars. But I don't gotta watch the face. I'm fighting the fight. But I don't know how long I'm gonna fight. But I still ring a fight.
Yes.
But I don't know how long. If my opponent gonna knock me out I supposed to go on how much round? 7 rounds I gone now, but I don't know how the 8th round if my leg gonna hold up.
Yes.
Because I gone 7 rounds now and fighting, so you know the leg been getting weaker and weaker. Day after day, night after night. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep up in the ring.
Yes.
Any longer.
What about the higglers who used to come in your area?
Well, the higglers them there. What happened? Plenty people plant the scallion for Grace Kennedy, and scallion is my main event. And thousands of weight, and them can just go in at those people ground and just pull you up on something because some people burn off 5 acre, 3 acre because Grace used to buy from them and there is no more. It collapsed. So that program of Grace is now.
Grace is not buying again.
No, from about December, it was thing collapsed. So I don't know if they know have in the market again or whatever, but they don't buy it. But anyway, the whole thing set up off that part. So my buyer them know they go into those fields with them looking at nothing for it. So they're not gonna come back to me. Maybe I have $30 pound, $50 pound, and they can go into those people and pull what they want and give them what they feel like. And that is it. So the whole program is a collapsation from that time come to now. So my skeleton feel is just red off at the moment. I cannot sell a pound if a buyer come to me right now. I have to plan again, get the same man them way, plant up those skeletons, haul them up and replant again because it begin to soft, red off. Nobody not got it not attractive to the market. The skeleton that I have and many farmers have at the moment because it just outdated. 3-4 months outdated, not pulling out and whatever. That greenness is not there again. So that's out of the market at the moment. We'll have to retool and come again, and it's costly. Costly. So it seems like how you got melon and cucumbers and cantaloupe and etc. And you replant and replant. Well, the same thing with the skeleton. Have to haul it up now and replant it 1 and 2. Back in the hole to survive if I want to be survivation. So it is a massive separation on the farmers at it.
Yes, sir.
Costly. Costly.
I can well imagine that must be putting a lot of stress on the farmers.
Very stressful. Very, very stressful.
Yes. Hold on, just hold it there for me. Hold it. Hold it. Both of you hold it a minute there. Let me. Yes, just hold it down. Trying to get another farmer there. Yes, Mr. Tavares is not answering.
Has been redirected to the mailbox.
Yeah. Yes, back with you, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
So, marketing is a problem in St. Elizabeth, as you heard from Mr. McCurdy. And in Trelawney, the farmers are out there restoring themselves. There's no problem in marketing in Trelawney. Any amount of yam that is available now will be sold. Mr. Roden, the people who buy for export, how are they coping now?
They can't get that. Right now, if you have a children, you have to find their money. But too many of them are just them up here, the exporter them up here 50,000 $100. And the eagle them up here 55, you know. You just imagine eagle up here more than exporter. But why exporter now realize why they're not here little more? They can't get what they want, so You know, stuck it as well. But they can't get it in a day. It's just not there. But all of the young people, if you dig them a time now, they look at the flash them up, so. I build back. We are build back a Chilani, you know, but we are build back for, you know, Chilani, you can recover back as well.
Yes. I see.
Yes.
Mr. McCurdy,
yes, sir.
As it relates to, have you seen any increase in the price of seeds and fertilizer?
Well, it's not a big increase, it's a little increase. But as we said that we are farming for the seeds for the past 6 months. We have all that interest. We are farming for farmers are farming for the seed stores. So the seed stores, seeds and fertilizer is coming out and spray. But the farmer is not putting back nothing in the packet.
Yes.
So the little logo say you are farming for the seed store at the moment. And it's not a good thing.
Yes.
But nothing, seed store are smiling for you to go there, go pick up your seed and fertilizer and chemicals.
Yes.
But at the same time, you are stressing and distressed and getting poverty as the day goes on.
Yeah.
Because no assistance, no help, there's no one come to talk to you, even encourage you. So you don't even know what to do at the moment.
There was a report that a storage facility would be open in St. Elizabeth. Do you know about that?
Just repeat that word.
There was a report that a storage facility would be open there to assist the farmers in
storing facility?
Yes. Do you know anything?
No, man, a 2 container, the agriculture minister was the MP for Southwest St. Elizabeth. He have got 2 container in Plagaman, small container. And he have got those container from before the election. And up till now, they cannot put nothing in it. So I don't know. So when you hear certain things on the television and the media, we don't really follow it. Same way fishery in Paraty and Black River is a container put up. And say fish gonna be buy and put up in there. So those are just the advertisement for the far society or the far people to believe in it. But if you come on the ground, it's a blank show. I know I live near Plagaman and I dearly in Plagaman at the community center. And you can ask different people. It's a blank show. You're just a face look big. I mean, they look good. So certain things here the agriculture minister will, you know, if you believe in it, well, if you believe in it, go and visit and you see what you see. Those containers from last year, August, they put up before the general election and up till now, nothing in them. The cucumber, beer like grape, and nobody get 1 pound sell to put in it. The onion same way. So just a mouth talk to make far out farmer feel good. Not the inside one who knows nothing is happening. Yeah. So that is, you know, if you come on the ground, I will tour St. Elizabeth with you and let you see what to see and hear what to hear. Yes, and that's where you will see and hear and know what is going on. So television and social media and TikTok and everything is putting up and etc. It's not gonna really, you know, in our reach nowhere. One, the media believe in it. But the far people like you know, you're gonna say, oh yes, the big things is going on there and etc. Up in Manchester, Coleyville, there is a storage, them say, 2 times ago official up in and dig say things gotta go on there and up till now. So those are the things that we have to understand and check properly, and you know that is not going on. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I can tell you, just check it yourself. You know, I will not ask me again. But I say you can come down here and I tour those facilities that they are talking about. And you can hear.
What really I saw Chilani, you know. And I said, we really get help from government, you know, 1 or 2 people get it. Yeah. But this is so Chilani people. We not too depend on government, but we know them still.
That is me, I fight me personal. I tell you that several times I go there for Melissa. And I've been fighting the fight and fighting the fight for my right. I fail in fighting, but I continue the battle. Yeah. Because I don't get a bag of fertilizer, I see people side of me, so them get and try to sell it back to me. I say, no, you keep it. I will survive with what I have. Yeah.
I feel so about South Carolina, man. They give it things up there now. But that you have to find, you have get out in the politics.
You call it gin and wine society.
Man, the politics.
Gin and wine society. If you don't hold it down in my lap, you cannot get nothing. Yeah. So you call it a gin and wine society.
But we not to watch them. We not depend on them.
No, that is me. If I watch people, I wouldn't survive to the day. But I don't watch those set of people. I do what I got to do. And I do it the best way I can.
Yeah.
People get good help, you know, good help. When you take a good help, man, young farmer get telling 20 bag of fertilizer, 10 bag of fertilizer, 15 bag of fertilizer. But you have to panic government side.
Yeah, man, you have to hook up with them and lap up with them and in their lap. And that's what I don't associate with. I believe if you is a farmer, you should not be a dressmaker to get it. A farmer is a farmer. Dressmaker is dressmaker. That I believe in. Whoever is a farmer, whether you're pink, green, or yellow, or orange, you is a farmer to build this country. And if unless we do that, we're going to be we out. We are the 8 ball.
Yes, sir. Yeah. That is not, I understand what you are saying, I understand it.
Simple mathematics.
Yeah. That is killing the agricultural sector.
Killing out it. Slowly but surely. Because once you put political football in this city, you are killing out the big industry of agriculture.
Yeah. Majority who get the things them are a farmer.
No, but as I said, they time to come to my residence, so they're gonna sell me back fertilizer, etc., etc. It's a daily basis. I'm not looking on them. I say, why not use it? Use a farmer. You get assistant. Go out, man.
Yeah.
Get on with it. Don't come on a shop fertilizer outside for buy it, etc., etc. Get on with your life with it. No, some farm. So why you get it? How you get it? Who puts it in your hand? And me as a farmer, and I cannot get one. I am a farmer, registered farmer. Everybody in the village know me as a farmer, and I cannot get a bag. So how you get it? How you get that bag of fertilizer? I want to know.
And you're not a farmer?
And you're not a farmer. You're not either a register one, a PL view one, or nothing at all. How you get it?
Yeah.
Politics, man. Politics.
Ah, that is the football that's kicking. And it's not kicking anywhere. It's not going anywhere, more distress. More distress.
Does both of you just hold it there for me while we take a break? We're on food security. Let us take a break. This is Rebel Radio.
Everybody's sale at New Budget Supplies. Do-it-yourself professionals and contractors. This is the sale for you. Lumber, steel, dress and form ply, water tanks, pumps, PVC pipes and fittings, toilets, bathtubs, vanities and basins, windows, paint, doors, floor and wall tiles, thin sets and grout. Up to 20% off selected items. 195 Hagleyburg Road. Telephone 923-4560. New Budget Supplies. Always the best prices.
Tools, hardware, and supplies is turning up the heat this summer with their super saving summer sale. Prices are slashed on everything you need to fix up your home. Beautiful tiles, sleek doors, top quality windows, modern sanitary ware, exclusive flooring, and more. At Tools, hardware, and supplies, we have you covered for the summer.
So come visit us at 279 Spanish Town Road, 4 South Camp Road, 8 Red Hills Road,
or online at toolsja.com.
Tools!
The Lion King of Hard
Yes, welcome back to Rebel Radio. Yes, we are on food security. And another farmer, Mr. God Tavares, has joined us. Mr. Tavares, good evening to you. We have your colleague, Mr. Roden, and Mr. McCurdy with us.
Yes.
How are you recovering after the...
Well, I wouldn't say... For me, I'm not really recovering right now. I have to just start again. I have to just start again because the crop that that has been made in the in January and February was a total dump. You know, you got the crop tomato was not on your sale. You know, that wasn't selling, and you have to just leave it alone. You have a few like a few pumpkins and those kind of stuff. And cucumber was totally out. The melon did not, you didn't have nothing in the melon. I don't know, it seems like there is a disease, or I don't know if it is the seed or what, but you know, we were having a challenge for the melon from December onward to March. I would say March, April. There was late season where, you know, melon used to be glut. Now it's just a few you see coming on stream. You know, and the price is very tall for the melon, so it's just about to start again for those kind of catch crops. So,
tell me which section of St. Elizabeth you are again. You're in southern St. Elizabeth?
Yeah, southern, I would say southern St. Elizabeth, or mid-southern St. Elizabeth. That is near to the Peter Plains area.
Yes, of course, yes.
And if you notice, there is a challenge for the farmers in those areas with melon and those kind of stuff. Yeah. Melon and, well, tomato is just getting back on a price. But melon on a whole was totally a no-no. There was no, we would say, bearing in the crop. You know, the bush, you just come up and you're not getting any bearing from it. So I don't know if it is, I would figure it's a disease or if it is the seed. Yeah. So almost likely most farmers you would hear complain about it and those stuff.
But as you said, you are replanting those scallion and those scraps, tomatoes, you are replanting.
Yeah, scallion was, you know, scallion kind of had a minimum because of the white scallion, it survived, but the other native purple scallion, those were, that is totally on a slow, stagnant base right now. You know, you have to be fighting to get it back into, to keep it, just the breed. Not much to say. Yeah.
Okay, yes. So, your Mr. McCurdy, your colleague Mr. McCurdy, told us about problems with marketing. In other words, the crops were planted, crops came, but there was no marking, so the market sellers were slow, so they lost a lot of crops. You experienced that too? I am asking if you experienced losses in crops as a result of no buying.
Yes. Yes. That's what I'm telling you. I had some, and I even took some time to give it away, and there was no, because there was, in a sense, there was some people not taking some. They would just take like maybe just for one night, and because they have no electricity or those kind of thing, and a lot of people were at the time they were would call it people not stable. The home is not in no shape, so whatever they take, whatever they are buying, it's minimal. It's very minimal, So you would find there was a stagnant in sale, like tomatoes and those kind of stuff. So it's just now you would find a few people, buying. So that kind of getting back to a little market.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see. You don't.
The price of melon is very tall right now.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, the price of melon is very tall. On this side, on the south side here, it is very tall. So I can imagine going back to the north side, those kind of stuff. Maybe the price is above, because in some places it's $150-$200 a pound for melon.
Mm-hmm. Right. You don't have any water problems in your area?
Well, it would be just now you would start it to have a water problem, because there was a consistent rainfall from, I would say, from December. It was consistent rainfall and the weather was very cool.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the factors of the bearing of the melon, because melon doesn't like when it is too cold. You doesn't get too much bearing from the melon when it is too cold, and you would find the blight. You would get a lot of blight from it.
Now, this is a question for all three of you. How is it? How the farmers in Trelawney, the farmers in St. Elizabeth, your section there, how are they coping with damage to their homes? How are they coping with that?
Well, in South Trelawney, you did have some soldiers that think that some small island terrible with them from.
Yeah.
And them come through, and who can really put on back them house up? Them assist them and put it on back. Only for them. But majority of people are South Trelawney. Those South Trelawney people are independent people, them still, And I tell you, majority of them will lose all stuff. Majority of stuff not lose at Trelawney, so to that, but who lose all stuff? Majority of them, they put it on back.
Yeah.
But you have some assistant come in and who can really put on back to them, then put it on back.
Okay. Right.
We have that likewise here in this segment of St. Elizabeth. There's a few houses that has not been, re-roofed as yet. You would have not going back to the western side. You would have Parati and those kind of places, but they are still working on it. Those communities were very affected like Paraty and Slipe, and you know, there's work going on in those kind of places. In our area, going back to the south, you know, there has been some, you know, good movements of it. Yeah, and it wasn't as bad as in Beryl. Most of the houses were not as bad as in Beryl. As you go further towards going back to Black River area, you will find that's where the most catastrophic area. Yeah, those are the most catastrophic area. And you will have a lot of houses there in Arlington is still under Chapalin and those kind of stuff. 1 and 2 is working on, you know, those places. Going back to Slipe Vineyard, you still have people with Chapalin on their houses. Just the same way. Some of the material has not come, some were assisted by other help. You know, but there is still a lot to be done. Okay. And I would say there is still a lot to be done. You know, those are the places that was badly damaged. Some of the structures of the houses were also damaged. And as you know, Black River, in the vicinity of Black River, those places were very, very casual.
Yes. What about all the roads?
Well, there is a few pitch patching is going on the road. I would say actually from Southfield coming down and as far as you would say Williamsfield, Barber Hall, you would find, but the original main road to Hopewell, that is the original main road to Black River, that is Hopewell Panside, those roads are in a very deplorable condition. Needs to be addressed. And houses also in those areas need also to be addressed. There's a lot of help that comes to the people, you know, private sectors and those kind of stuff. Give the people them. I think they give more assistance more than, you know, most of the private sector pertaining to food and those kind of stuff. Those people were very efficient in their, you know, rendering assistance. Yeah, those people were more efficient. Well, you know, when it comes to the politicians who help you, they have their cronies who they are specialized with first. Yeah.
Mr. McCurdy, how is it in your area?
Well, generally, as this man talk, is the same environment and I can speak even Watchwell Hill, etc. The road is still bad, and they just come through on the main road past my residence. But in certain area, the road you cannot go through. Burn Savannah, Williams Hill to Paraty, it's impossible. House stop still wide open. Tarpaulin flying left, right, and center, and the tarpaulin them is rattling at the moment. So, and they bear it in straight through 6 months now. And when I see so much money and hear about so much money that's granted, why you got the people them suffering so long? From burial money still there, much a billion. Come Melissa money still there. And people are suffering, want a room. Why you don't release the money? What you waiting at? The storm is 2 weeks from now again, the storm season started. So I ask the question, why you are make the people are suffering so long?
Next 2 weeks.
Why don't get it? The 1st of June is the hurricane season.
Yes,
so next 2 week time or week and a half. And you are making people in suffering. Your business you got them on a roof. And if a storm come again, that is it. But you cannot have people, you own people in a country and you are showing how much billion you have in your hand to share and you're not sharing it. The road them, when I drive my car around, when I look on the road them, sometimes I have to just break up man you know, if you don't mind people lick up in the back or you lick up in people back. Coming from Knoxville a while ago, I don't know how I get my car across. Believe me, I don't know when I'm gonna pass that era. Because the water was in the road, and if rain come again, that is gotta be a no-no road. I sure of that. Because you just have to feel and feel to get through that part of the road. Down Barbara Hall again, when I look on it, it really totally gone again.
Yes.
Whole stop right through. When you go back mountainside back there, I think some people don't travel around, you know. Whole stop, you are looking in hundreds of whole stop. Burn Savannah, Knoxwood, those areas, totally out. And there's no assistance. They name set down and they say they don't get anything as yet. And it is 7 months now. Come on now, man. And money is there. So what are you waiting on?
Yes. Yes. Well, that is the situation.
Very rough.
Yes, very rough. Very rough on the rural people. Farmers.
Yes.
Right.
Because all of us are farmers.
Yes.
All of us are householders. I so happy to storm come and it don't really trouble my house stop. I give thanks for life for that.
Yes.
My ground totally deteriorated, or just out, everything was down. But I fight back and I fight, and all of my crop them from Melissa is pay loses. Because our land and the red dot here very quick.
Yes.
6 weeks time we have crop coming in. And I lose 4 cucumber crops since Melissa. Melon, tomato, don't want to talk about that. If you give somebody, tell them to come pick it, them will say, no, sir. If you can't pick it and give me, you not tell you thanks for it. That is the game that we are facing as a farmer down here. I'm not telling you thanks. I now come pick himself and now whatever. I'm telling you, no want it.
Yeah.
Simple mathematics.
I remember when I spoke to you earlier this year and you were telling me one of the problems that farmers in your face is labor. There's a shortage of labor. Are you finding it easier now to get labor?
No, the same problem continue. But a lot of the farmers them pull out of the race now because they get frustrated.
Yes.
Yes, only that can help the ease the burden because all of them pull out of the race because they can't go no further. Because they're not going to lose any money further. Like me now as a farmer who believe in myself and can do something for myself in the race. But a man who are paid daily $5,000 5 months a day, him pull out of the race. So now if I check a man, he's willing to come because I know say him want money for the week or etc. etc. So only that I can ease the burden because only for the farmer pull out of the race. Because they cannot take no more beating and them know have the strength like me to continue to do something for themselves. They cannot do it. Like me know I can jump out and do a 4-hour day for myself.
Yeah.
But they cannot do it. So that is just the favor for me at the moment. My strength.
Yes.
Yes.
Boy, it is not easy.
No.
And the cost of living since the hurricane in your district, how is it going?
Very rough. Very rough at the moment.
Yes.
Cost of living crime like no one. Can't believe it. Can't believe it.
Do it. So them people are come go and look for it. Aye.
Yeah. It is. You find that the cost of goods and services getting high.
I went to Wednesday.
And how is the cost of electricity down there? Has it gone up?
Well, yeah, man, it gone up a bit. Gone up.
Yes. I know that gasoline has gone up.
Yes, man, it's gone up. Yeah, where the one goes there. And definitely, as a fact, that is taking a toll. You're not gonna see that real toll until about 2 months time. Exactly. You're gonna see the real toll of the gas prices. August. That's right. You know, at this time it's just what you would call it a bump start, but right. This is a pre of the gas toll because the rise of the food prices, and you know, definitely. And you know, the household, many of the employment is not there. And when a lot of employment is out, then you know, the consumption of things, you know, of food product or vegetable is less. Definitely. Because the people cannot afford, so they have to be very careful on their budgets. Definitely. So when they have to be very careful on their budget, the supermarket, the hotels and those kind of places that these farmers used to supply, because we used to plant crop say from November to December. For hotel season for January.
Yes.
Definitely. And for stay over, you know, hotels that have been stay over, you would have a very good price on the market, are very efficient crops, but there is nothing for the, you know, for the farmers to benefit from that, because no matter how they are telling you that things are, you know, economics is steady, there is nothing, no such thing like that. When you're saying these things, you are speaking to the foreign media, not Jamaican people.
Exactly, that's what I'm talking about all the while. There's a media thing that you don't watch it. Just the media to make things look pretty, etc., etc. Well, you're talking to the ground yourself.
To the diaspora in the foreign country, they are talking to them and using those people to hold on to get their sponsors to say yes, everything is okay in Jamaica. Nothing. There is no such thing.
Okay. Now here's a question for three of you. What do you think should be done to improve the lives of farmers right now?
Well, as long as we see it, you know.
Yes.
They never talk about farming. They not really care about farming. Exactly. For your one, as long as the agriculture minister will come and he talk this, and he talk that, and them not set no little foundation that me to say a farmer want to help. This you can even say one loan bank, and them little weird. They don't start about farming, man, but they're not interested in farming.
What them would say, you talk about the farming and the book, but you don't put it in the field, and that is a no.
Yeah.
It don't make sense to talk in the book and something. Agriculture don't run farm book. It runs in the dirt, in the field, and with the people and for the people. And if you don't do that, you're gonna out of it.
You're not serious about farming, man.
They're not serious about it. It's a laughing show. You come and talk something, read something out of the book and make some people head swell and say, well, then they will get $50 billion by 2 years' time if you follow my advice, etc., etc. But otherwise, it's a no-no with the agriculture sector.
Yes.
It's a no-no. Theory.
Right now, I'm so killing you, so I just feel that I believe for that, I will livelihood, so we just do what we have to do. But I'm not saying them are straight farmer.
Yeah.
What they are doing these things and to say so and so because they are going to have their capital, their capital people who has financial structure. So whenever time anything shot, they will just started to bring in stuff. So whenever time the stuff started, whenever time our crop started to come in again, you will have a glut instantly at the market, and you said, then the Minister of Agriculture will go on and say, see, we are producing. But where is the storage, or where is the marketing that you are providing for these small local farmers? And when they do provide, they provide for their cloning.
Yes, sir. That is what I said other year. The farmer is profiting more because the agriculture minister say, all right, we are producing and here see the massive crop. $5 a pound, $8 a pound cucumber, where it's going? Do we, the farmer, can survive of it? We have to make a decision now and here. $5 a pound for tomato to produce it, $8 a pound for cucumbers, carrot, $30 a pound, and etc. And the list goes on. Can we survive? It make the agriculture minister look like he's send we out the farm. But majority of us, we do it of our own. And when we go there, we are losing. Any amount of thing is there, but where are we going? There is no storage. So we just losing.
I don't friend I don't get the license. Import. As an illegal thing on farm, I'm going to make $1 fight. They import everything and flood the market.
Mr. Kilani, man, you in a better position than us right now because your yam can send overseas. But our produce that we are doing, the sweet pepper, the melon, etc. I must come in. No, I'm not going to come in with you. But you have to produce the sell. So now very big and a good health and our farmer. We have vegetables. We produce 10 times the amount our crop to you want for the year. But you're going to do better than us. Because when your yam come in September, you're sure of a market, whether on the local or the international market.
But what I'm really saying is this. Yeah, I said with on your side I've seen a little bit. When your crop starts $71 with $1, then they flood the market with it.
The market with sweet pepper, everything, that is what they're going on. That's what you're saying. I just give out a tone say, you know, with yam will do better. But we know with the sweet pepper, tomato, etc. As we crop, we say, well, I want something come in our pocket. When you look, you say, well, sell make us pay $100 more. When you hear you say, boy, the 17 of the month, there are some things coming up at Tapi. And when you go there, they must sell it for $70, $60 a pound. And the man who carry to the supermarket and etc. He's going to buy that because he's going to heal another $30, $40 on his business. So he's going to run to the foreign produce.
Yeah.
He's going to run to it because everybody wants them pockets for tall. So he's not going to seek and say, boy, the man they way. I, as a scallion farmer, and a 3 month, I don't sell a pound of scallion. And why I do? I have to just fold my hand. Because if bigger farmer, them grace not taken from them. And me, you know, with my little 5,000 weight, I have to just make it rotten in the ground. God, none of my buyers not coming. And they are going to those buyers, give them look and nothing, and the man them say, go and go hard, man. How do you can haul? You give me 120,000, go and go hard. And that is it. So me as a farmer now, my ground is suffering collapse. My ground collapse. It collapsed. So I mean now I have to find different money to go now to remodel, to retool back to get back a market. And I don't sure about it if I go back out. Yes, 3 months I don't suck a sweetie out of that ground.
Wow.
Plus scallion, plus tomato, plus sweet pepper. The whole of those eggplant, the whole of pumpkin, the whole of those ground collapse. Yes. So you know, I'm not one losses I am. Massive of losses.
Well, gentlemen, we have exhausted the time for this evening, but
yes, sir.
We have to continue to pressure. We have to try to talk keep our plight on the front page because the farmers are feeling it.
Yeah.
And we better do what we can to help the farmers, because if we continue to spend so much money to import food, we are going nowhere. I want to thank all three of you this evening for your time.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, let us say to be continued. Thank you very much.
Yeah, well, like your gratitude, our gratitude, and we'll always be doing. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Farmer. Keep up the head.
Okay, sir.
All right. Okay, then, Mr. Richard.
That was Mr. Leslie McCurdy there, Mr. Tavares and Mr. Roden. And those are farmers. You heard what they are saying. Now, this is something that really needs some attention. Yes. Let us go for a break now. This is Rebel Radio.
It's the Everybody Sale at New Budget Supplies. Do-it-yourself professionals and contractors. This is the sale for you. Lumber, steel, dress and form ply, water tanks, pumps, PVC pipes and fittings, toilets, bathtubs, vanities and basins, windows, paint, doors, floor and wall tiles, thin sets and grout. Up to 20% off selected items. 195 Hagleyburg Road. Telephone 923-4560. New Budget Supplies. Always the best prices.
Tools, hardware, and supplies is turning up the heat this summer with your super saving summer sale. Prices are slashed on everything you need to fix up your home. Beautiful tiles, sleek doors, top quality windows, modern sanitary ware, exclusive flooring, and more. At Tools, hardware, and supplies, we have you covered for the summer.
So come visit us at 279 Spanish Town Road, 4 South Camp Road, 8 Red Hills Road,
or online at toolsja.com.
Tools!
The Lion King of Hard Hills. This is a message. Lord, I've got to say to you, I'm so tired of living a humble and country life. When you were attracted to the bright city lights, you had a lot of money to spend on pretty girls and lovely things, just living it up as if you were a king. You had a whole lot of friends that you treated a vintage boy. But when the money went out, they didn't stick around this time. There was a famine on the land, and you didn't really have a dime. So you had to go out to stay hand and feed with swine. But I will rise and go to my Father. I will rise and go to my Lord. No, I'm not worthy to be your son, but I could still be your servant. So I will rise and go to my Lord. There was a time when you realized that you went wrong, when you found out how material things are gold. You've been living like a rolling stone, no more will you go. For there's a welcome for the prodigal son back home. I will rise and go to my Father. I will rise and go to my Lord. No, I'm not worthy to be your son, but I could still be your servant. I will arise and go to my Lord. When the son I chose to take that journey He had then kissed his son so cold and dressed him in fancy clothes. He put ring on his fingers and shoes on his feet to stroll. I will rise and go to my Father. I will rise and go to my Lord. Though I'm not worthy to be your son, but I could still be your servant. I will arise and go to my Lord. I will rise and go to my Father. I will arise and go to my Lord. I'm not worthy to be your son, but I could still be your servant. I will arise and go to my Lord. I will rise and go to my Father. I will rise and go. I made
Imagine a world where information is power, where news meets insight. This is Eyes on the World, your personal lens. We are watching with you. Stay informed, stay curious, get the world's stories reported to you. Eyes on the World, your perspective.
Yes, welcome to Eyes on the World. You know, this is where we spend time looking at what is happening in the world. Well, this week on Eyes on the World, we are going to look at a recent Auditor General report which states that only 2% of the donations to hurricane victims was spent 6 months after the hurricane. Now, I just finished speaking to farmers in St. Elizabeth, and they are telling me about their colleagues' houses which are still without roofs. People are still suffering. And we know that a lot of that donation, the 1.4 billion that we are talking, was made by members of the diaspora. I have with me two members of the diaspora this evening, Mr. Patrick Bedford and Mr. Herwin Clear. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hey, Brother Herwin, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Yes.
Everything is good, Desmond?
Yes, sir. Now,
okay.
Gentlemen, what do you make of this report? Let me hear from you, from both of you. Let's start with Mr. Clear. Mr. Clear, what do you make of this report?
Well, it's a very troubling situation. I can't say, I'm not really surprised. Let's put it that way. And why I say that is that many of us in the No, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Because many of us in the diaspora would have also indicated to persons that the track record of sending monies to government is not a good one. I'm not speaking ill of partisan government, just government in general. It goes into funds that you have no control over. All right?
Yeah.
So right off the bat, we not to speak ill of the situation taking place, but we would have said to persons, you have alternative to send to other entities with proven track record and deliverabilities over the years that they've been in existence. So alternatives would have been entities like Food for the Poor, etc., etc. No, I say I'm not surprised because we're in an environment today where the trust factor with government and its agencies is not a good one. We know that. Let's not kid ourselves. We know that.
Yes.
And to see though, however, although I say I'm not surprised, but to see, however, that in a magnitude of the hurricane in which we had, that you would have thought more sensitivities would have been given. Granting the fact that our politicians never skipped a beat to be in front of cameras for the global stage in performing for what I don't know. It would have looked as if they were performing some Grammy Awards or something. But when it came down to the actual rubber hitting the road, we fell short. Not surprised.
Yes.
And that is a clear indication as to why when we speak about no confidence in government and the fact that these transparency issues continue to cloud our judgment, resulting in the more corruptive practices that we have in this country. That's why people, where we are right now, it's unfortunate. We had an opportunity to do good and we failed.
Yes.
And it doesn't set the tone for experiences going forth. Because let's not kid ourselves, it's not a one-off hurricane, it's not a one-off disasters. We are in a disaster-prone era, so these things will happen.
Yeah. Patrick,
this is not good.
Patrick, what do you make of it?
Well, it's like I'm repeating my brother in Sam's statement, but the thing, Desmond, you mentioned Melissa, but strikingly, the same thing happened for Beryl, which is over a year ago. Yeah. It's the same pattern, and the thing that concerns me most. I give you a perfect example. My denomination with the mayor of Highland Park, she's a member also of the same church that I go to, and the Jamaica Organization of New Jersey, Middlesex County, combined together, and we executed a 40-foot container. That thing reached Jamaica Christmas Day, and like a few weeks after, a month to be exact, after, Mayor Foster, Elsie, was able to fly to Jamaica, collect the goods, the 40-foot trailer, and distribute to Westmoreland, Trelawney, St. Elizabeth. People came all over, and they received over almost $50,000 worth of supplies for folks. So much so that a member of the Westmoreland Parish Council was visiting and took the time out to come to the church to thank the congregation for the well-needed thing. And I was like flabbergasted when I see the opposition complaining and talking about the Auditor General's report. I mean, it's less than 90% of the money is left. Same way Beryl, maybe a little bit more spent. But the question I'm asking, and I know this from Civics for Young Jamaica, the consolidated funds is the only bank account that government of Jamaica should have, because donated money should never be into the consolidated funds. So where are these monies?
In the consolidated fund, the money is still at...
Exactly. So who's the gatekeeper?
The money is still at...
Who's the gatekeeper?
The money is still at ADPEM. It is not in the...
So where does...
It is not in the...
So
they have the money,
So ADPEM... Mm-hmm.
The money is...
That's what they say. But listen to me, there's money. If you have money and you put it in a bank, whether is it or is it the government, and put it, shouldn't it be generating interest?
It should be.
Where's that? It
should be.
Okay. And if it's not spent, that money should be generating interest. And where is can anybody say money is at NCB, at whatever, BNS or whatever? Nobody knows. Where is it? Who is the guardian for it? They said Adpen. I bet my host that maybe that is something that is going to be a Ralph Hamden situation. You can't say where it is, and it's disheartening. I mean, to see Jamaicans rally around here in the diaspora, rally around, and I mean everybody was concerned and when we set up the thing, people came with I met people that I should have known for years. I mean, one of them, her sister was the one who delivered me as a baby, and she's a nurse, and she came with a carload full of medical stuff that was distributed to the folks. So I can see that, and as Erwin had said earlier, that is why we encourage people to find their own place to get it. But then in 6 or 1/2 dozen other news that I'm hearing, a lot of goods at the wharf was destroyed or was thrown away because everything's spoiled and is just packed up and all that. So the incompetence is nauseating, just to say the most strongest word I can use, and the radio. It is, I mean, all these malfeasance that's going on with the government of Jamaica, it's embarrassing, very embarrassing.
Yes, and the thing is, sir, that while this is happening, you have thousands of Jamaicans around the country who are still suffering, whose houses are still uncovered, people are still out in the open. And the question is, why is the government taking so long?
My suspect is that, the 9-day wonder thing in Jamaica, after 9 days gone and everybody forget about it, and then somehow it is, it is what it is, just to say
gentlemen, there are a couple of factors here that concerns me, and we have the whole situation of how we manage funds, but very importantly is the confidence lost, the confidence lost in going forth on things. I think what makes it even interesting is that we hear officials of government basically indicating that this is why they need a NARA. And I say to myself, this is interesting now. So, and don't get me wrong now, I'm one of those who believe that if you're being fed lemons, you make lemonade, but you must set up a lemonade stand and make more from it. But in this situation here, it's quite disconcerting, because the point here is that this is just a situation where you come to the marketplace, urgency and alacrity, and you said, these are the things we want. This is where you send your money. And what was evident here is that international entities showed our people in such a way that we should be embarrassed, because they were able to coordinate themselves from overseas, came down to Jamaica and put in place a structure to feed people, every day, consistently, in a very efficient manner. And government was unable to do that. There were also those who came down and satisfied solutions in certain housing scenarios. And to this date, we still have people living in school or wherever. And I say to myself, what are we missing here? What are we missing here? There's culpability not just on government, but also on civil society and businesses in Jamaica. It's not a gotcha moment. See, they know them can't do that. This is a reflection on us as a people. That's where my concern is.
And my concern, Erwin, I hear that, and that makes me so crazy. But the thing is that it's the silence of those who consider themselves civil society, those who consider keeper of the kingdom of God, keeper of the lost, the least, and the marginalized. That is the purpose of those who say they are Christians, and I use this in quotations. They say that. Where are their voices to say, we demand to see these things? What's the purpose of holding up the funds? Where people have, I see photos of people say, I have just half of one tarpaulin, you understand? And they can't get even another one for temporary. People don't have bathrooms, destroyed, and all the disease that is going around is going to come around and haunt us. You know, you look at the hospitals and all that stuff. You know, I just saw a person doing something about Kingston Public, even though they're not there. But hospitals around Cornwall Regional is battered. You know, after $22 billion worth of expenditure from a $2 billion project. You know, nothing has gone. And folks sit in Parliament in tight suits and buy here and all that stuff and walk with all these things. And the poor, the vulnerable in society is suffering. You know, it is. I mean,
it's good mention that, because a friend of mine pointed out something to me, and they said, why is it that Jamaica faces significant housing stock shortages, and yet we need money from the very entity that is supposed to be building houses to prop up the consolidated? What can go so? So we're now facing a situation where next month, and people still haven't gotten back to any semblance of normalcy. The resilience building project has not started yet. Jamaica, we seem to be sitting on a whole bunch of monies. We probably are very frightened as to how to spend it. Meanwhile, the National Housing Trust continues to subsidize our budget. Meanwhile, we have a housing crisis in Jamaica. So I would have thought that at a minimum, even to show some face, that we'd be have started to mobilize some buildings taking place in Jamaica. But that hasn't started yet. So what are we waiting on? What are we waiting on? And that's a concern. That's a major concern. And at the same token, and gentlemen, I have to run shortly, but I'll say this. Yes. Because as we bemoan the problems, we also have to find solutions. Because at the end of the day, it's not them, it's us. It's all of us. All right? And so we have to continue to recognize that we have a government in place, and we must continue to be adjutants, but as we are adjutants, we must also be part of the solution. And even if they are not allowing us to be part of the solution, broke down the door, become a part of the solution. Because it's Jamaica first, we have to be in this situation. The world responded to us because of the power of the brand. But just like in Black and Field, we cannot continue to survive on talent alone. We must make sure we have the infrastructure and the necessities to be competitive. So that's what I say here. And I still say that Jamaicans are still mobilized to assist Jamaica, but it's getting harder and harder. And let's not forget that where we are too, we're facing significant challenges as well. So challenges abound.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, I got to go off here.
Yeah.
Right.
We talk later, Erwin.
Thank you.
Yes. So,
So one of the things that I know, I mean, in earlier, we suggested they could, I mean, there was a gentleman who spoke to me during the early parts of it. Says, okay, they have these model housings that they could organize for $2,000.
Yes.
And he was going to get in touch with the government and everything. That fizzles out because, I think as Erwin was saying, is that we from the diaspora should be handling our business. We should find our contact there. The customs should have been laxed for people, donations coming in. Once it's verified it's going to a charitable organization, then they come pick it up. All this, I mean, the bureaucracy, even for us to get the 40-foot container, delivered, it was held up for a week or two because somebody don't know how to get, where to get who wants to collect the fund, or this, that. They said this, wait on this document. There's the bureaucracy who ties up things, from our experience for a week or two. Luckily we had everything, mostly dry goods and canned goods and, clothing and toiletries and all that stuff that came in. But the problem is it makes it so hard to get things through. For what? For somebody to walk in a suit and say my job and is gatekeeper of what? For who? What are they protecting for them own selves? And we're gonna end up with the next thing comes on, and people are just gonna find it hard to say, am I gonna donate something, to Jamaica, and it's go in the dump, because we're reading it here that thousands of dollars worth of stuff were dumped, because it backed up at the thing. And Odd Pen was moved from local government to Prime Minister office with some person who has no experience, and get rid of the experienced person, and then everything. How can one office, one Prime Minister, have so many people reporting to him? It's stupid. It is stupid. And my thing, as cold as it might sound, I said, not as a partisan. It's Jamaica. You put in back the post them to watch the butter, and if you expect the butter to melt and the post go eat it off, you understand? And it is showing the same thing. It's so we're seeing, and it's a sad thing. Something needs to be done. Now they have this NARA thing where you look at it, you can't even keep donated $1.4 billion donated. You can't manage that. How are you going to manage 75% of government entity coming through that thing? It's madness. Yeah. It is madness, and until the Jamaican people get up and rise up, you see what they're doing. It's like I said, they're using the security forces because they're empowering them to treat their own people and let them be afraid of them because they can't go out and demonstrate because police can come and shoot somebody and throw them in a pickup back. And I had not heard a minister, the Jamaica Council churches when I was growing up in Jamaica with
I just lost you a while ago.
Yeah, nobody's worrying about getting power or getting awards, get government contract. Churches were part of that. Their part was for the lost souls and to look out for the forgotten, the poor, and all that stuff. That is what the church's role is to do, and to stand up to truth, to power. The other day I wrote a piece about Amos the prophet. That is what Jamaica needs, somebody who's going to stand up and fight against the government for neglecting their basic roles, and so until the church, as a Christian, I will say, get up and grow a pair and not to worry about who dress up or what they wear to church, or who is gay or who is straight, or who have to have an abortion, whether it's medical or personal. Get out of those stuff. You never hear Jesus said talk about gay and all them something. Even talk about the poor. You see, Jesus sit down with everybody. You understand? And so you can't do that and take one text out of the Bible and you have your big kerchiefs and wash off your sweat and whatever they're saying. You know, they're speaking in tongues and all that stuff. It doesn't make sense. People are dying in Jamaica because of negligence. You know, the hospitals are atrocious. You know, and yet we have almost $1 billion set down somewhere and nobody knows where it is. Can somebody say where it is or show any authority? This is the accounting of the money we have. This is the accounting of what is spent.
Yes.
Auditor General open her mouth and say something, and you see everybody start to rattle and you know, and the noisemakers, especially when they're in Parliament, shut up, blah, 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 blah. And we have a speaker who should be the guard of Parliament. It's like a Hitler lady over by 2 pounds of rice or whatever. I asked a question the other day, where before the elections, there were some MPs where more names were submitted with Integrity Commission challenges. And those names have not been revealed yet, because I'm following that. Those names were buried by her. Where's the demand for that? Do those names, the people vote for people who are with integrity challenge, not knowing, you know, and all that stuff, where people given a chance, and are they ministers? Are they still sitting on there? And there's stuff like that. The churches and the civil society need to get up, stand up. You understand? Because Jamaica is sliding very fast. They're following we up north with the malfeasance and all the stuff.
Okay.
You know, and that's why we get rid of Cuba. So, you know, listen to me. We just got to get up and stand up, you know, and, you know, like I said, you know, I mean, in the middle of right now, I take the time today because I'm in the middle of just finish up some things from my book that is coming out. It's going to be called Children of Martha Bray, and it's very interesting. I'm going to make sure you get a read and you can cry, because this one is very funny in a lot of ways, but it's serious, more sociological. Because it talks about how we grew up in the Falmouth area, you know, with the places at Martha Bray River Supply, and, you know, and the maintenance of the relationship from then to now, you know, so it'd be interesting, really. All right? Thanks, man, and keep up the great work.
Yes, you take very good care of yourself. And
all right, will do.
All right, sir.
Yeah, and thanks for what you do.
Yes.
All right?
Okay. That was Eyes on the World with Patrick Bedford and Herwin Clear. Yes, and we were talking about that $1.4 billion for hurricane victims that is standing there, is sitting there, and people are suffering. Well, that's the end of Eyes on the World for this evening. Yes.
Imagine a world where information is power, where news meets insight. This is Eyes on the World, your personal lens. We are watching with you. Stay informed, stay curious, get the world's stories reported to you. Eyes on the World, your perspective.
Them fight
It's the Everybody Sale at New Budget Supplies. Do-it-yourself professionals and contractors. This is the sale for you. Lumber, steel, dress and form ply, water tanks, pumps, PVC pipes and fittings, toilets, bathtubs, vanities and basins, windows, paint, doors, floor and wall tiles, thin sets and grout. Up to 20% off selected items. 195 Hagleypark Road. Telephone 923-4560. New Budget Supplies. Always the best prices.
Tools, hardware, and supplies is turning up the heat this summer with their super saving summer sale. Prices are slashed on everything you need to fix up your home. Beautiful tiles, sleek doors, top quality windows, modern sanitary ware, exclusive flooring, and more. At Tools, hardware, and supplies, we have you covered for the summer.
So come visit us at 279 Spanish Town Road, 4 South Camp Road, 8 Red Hills Road,
or online at toolsja.com.
Tools!
The Lion King of Hardware.
Hello?
Kingsley, it's your time.
Father God, well, Lord, your love has made me strong, and for that, I'm all yours. Well, yeah, Lord of mercy. Whoa, yeah. Oh God, I'll never find the words, the Lord, to tell you how I feel. Dear God, mere words could not explain. Yeah, gracious Lord, you held my life within your hand, created everything I had, taught me how to live again. Only you care when I needed a friend.
Thank you very much, Mr. Richards. Welcome to the midweek bulletin in the world of sports and entertainment. Yes, and top of the whole thing is, of course, football, European football, and it's celebration time for Arsenal Football Club, who has lifted the 2025-26 National English Premier League after yesterday's result between Bournemouth and the City played to a 1-1 draw, and there are 4 unassailable points going into Sunday's final game. So that means Arsenal, if even they lose Sunday, they will win the Premier League by 1 point. So after 2 decades, Arsenal, finally champions and looking to join celebration. And of course, coming up next week, Saturday, they'll be in the final of the Champions League against Paris Saint-Germain. So it's a unique double Arsenal are chasing. And I want to say
congratulations to them for breaking such a long drought after 22 years trying to win the English Premier League and finally done so with a final match to go, which is set on Sunday. All right. Also today, Aston Villa. Yes, Aston lifted the Europa Cup, the second tier championship below the Champions League, and for the first time. But the man who owned Euro Emery, who is not a stranger to winning Europa, is the man at the helm. And yes, they have lifted the Europa title with Aston Villa. Congratulations to Leon Bailey's Aston Villa for winning this match by 3-0 over Freiburg of Germany. Congratulations to Aston Villa. And also will be coming up, Crystal Palace will be playing in the Conference League final. It's a good look for English football. Yes, in the European Championship. So congratulations again to both Aston Villa, who lifted Europa today, and of course the English Premier League. Arsenal, who after so many tries ended up second for most time, but this time cannot deny them. They are the champions of England at this time. Yeah. All right. Also, I want to touch a bit the basketball, where the New York Knicks with a comfortable win against the Cleveland Cavaliers. That was last night in the NBA Eastern Championship Final, where they have beaten the Cleveland Cavaliers by 115 to 158 in overtime to take game 1 in the Eastern Conference Final. And also an upset the day before, when favorites Oklahoma City Thunders went down 115 to 122 against the San Antonio Spurs. So the Spurs beating the favorite OKC on their goal in the opening game for the lead in the Western Conference Final. So it's shaping up to be a good battle fight between Oklahoma City Thunders and of course San Antonio Spurs. Game 1. Okay, so much for the NBA. Right? Locally out here, the JPL going into its second leg is interesting. Defending champions Cavalier is trailing by a goal to nil. And of course, Mount Pleasant are the better of leaders. Montego Bay United heading into the second. That's tomorrow at the National Stadium. So it's interesting to see all these results and what will it be going to the second leg in the Jamaica Premier League. All right. So much for that. For football, another event, the Diamond League will be coming up this weekend. I think it's a Shanghai. This is the second stop in the Diamond League, and have many Jamaicans who will be featuring in most of the sprints and the hurdles. Can look out for it this Saturday, where some of our Jamaicans will participate. Even those who were denied to represent Turkey in the field events, those will be turning out, of course, to represent Jamaica, because they have returned back to Jamaica after unsuccessfully trying to represent Turkey. So I would say welcome back, guys, and looking for you to gears up in the Jamaica colors on the circuit, and of course, the Commonwealth game that is coming up, and of course the national trial that is coming up next month. That's a Jamaican athlete who were
trying to represent Turkey, but unsuccessfully it didn't work that way. Okay. I want to just leave this one here. Okay. Yeah man, this one by Third World, Try Your Love. Yeah, this one. Yeah, so just those are the sporting items. I want to just play a few music before, because we know that we'll be looking forward to some events on the weekend. There are some shaking up to be done at the Jamaica Cricket Association. Yes, and they are looking for a new general secretary. Lots are happening, but we'll get them and we'll let you know, of course, in a Friday coming up in the world of sports and entertainment. All right, this one from Third World, Try Your Love. Yeah man, this one is from Third World, back in the time, like Bunny Ruggs. Come on, you can look forward to this and more. Lots more on Friday in the world of sport and entertainment as we come to a close on this day, Wednesday midweek at Rebel Radio. Yeah, man, I just want to just hold the vibes, you know. Everything positive, life was said, and blessings.
depend on me. Nothing that can change my so I'm to ride. Please, Father, please,
Yes, welcome back to Rebel Radio. Yes, and today we touch on some subjects, some matters. Really, the police killings is something that we have to keep on our agenda. Yes, we will have to keep pressuring the authorities for them to do something, take some action. Yes, to reduce the number of persons killed by the police. Yes, we have to do that. And over the period, as we said, 311 persons last year, 130 so far this year. And we are watching closely that killing of Latoya Bulgin over there in Flankers, over in Granville rather, to see how that is going to be dealt with. In the meantime, we are watching to see how the government is going to spend that 1.4 billion. Well, at this stage, the money can't be spent on aid again. It must be on reconstruction. So the government announced that over 800 units they have imported. And we want to see how those are going to be distributed. We are watching to see, yes. And we are watching to see how the government is going to deal with the situation. Yes, today is the 20th, means that we are a week and a half, yes, away from the start of the new hurricane season. Well, let us hope that we don't get another hurricane this year. Let us hope that. Yes. And let us hope that the region, the Caribbean region, is spared. Okay, that's the end of today's show. I would like to thank all my listeners and viewers. Thanks to my technical operator, Kevin. And again, we are urging all road users to be careful. And to you out there, take care of yourself. Look out for the gunmen. And be safe until Wednesday, till Friday. This is Rebel Radio, and I'm Desmond Richards.
It's the Everybody Sale at New Budget Supplies. Do-it-yourself professionals and contractors. This is the sale for you. Lumber, steel, dress and form ply, water tanks, pumps, PVC pipes and fittings, toilets, bathtubs, vanities and basins, windows, paint, doors, floor and wall tiles, thin sets and grout. Up to 20% off selected items. 195 Hagley Park Road. Telephone 923-4560. New Budget Supplies. Always the best prices.
Tools, Hardware and Supplies is turning up the heat this summer with their super saving summer sale. Prices are slashed on everything you need to fix up your home. Beautiful tiles, sleek doors, top quality windows, modern sanitary ware, exclusive flooring and more. At Tools, Hardware and Supplies, we have you covered for the summer.
So come visit us at 279 Spanish Town Road, 4 South Camp Road, 8 Red Hills Road,
or online at toolsja.com.
Tools!
The Lion King of Hardware.